Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're on this channel for the very first time, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, fashion and lifestyle videos. Now, if that sounds like something that interests you, please do consider joining this family by subscribing. And to those who are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I do not take that for granted. Now, welcome to a rating of my Kayali fragrances. Kayali is a Middle Eastern fragrance company founded by Mona Katani in 2018, and because we do a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances, I just felt it's best for me to bring my Kayalis here. Some I've already done individual reviews of which I will link in the description, and some are yet to come. I'm going to say a little bit about each fragrance, but not necessarily delving into the like details, because most of them I probably have reviewed or will review in the very near future. If you're in Zimbabwe and you want Kayalis and other original fragrances, you can go ahead and check out Sonke Boutique. I'm going to put the details in the description box below. And if you're in South Africa, obviously that stockist for Kayali is Arc Sunton store, and they do have another store in Rivonia. Now I'm going to start with my least favorite, and this does not mean there's anything wrong with the fragrance, guys. My number 8 is Kayali Eden Juicy Apple. Some of you guys might feel is a bit unfair, to put it at number 8, but this is at number 8 simply because it's a DNA that has been done a gazillion times before. I feel this one is less unique. It is a fragrance that I appreciate, but in this hierarchy, I'm gonna have to put it at number 8 because this one is marketed as a perfume, but it lacks the performance. To me, it performs like an EDT. But then again, I would say as a company and a brand, I'm pretty sure they had to bring something along these lines, a juicy, fruity, juvenile leaning plasticky scent in the mix. So Kayali Eden Juicy Apple 01 is on my number 8. My number 7 is going to be this. I have separated them, but if these two come like this. Okay, number 7 is Deja Vu White Flower. Deja Vu White Flower is here only because it has like a heavily done patchouli. I am so happy I bought it in a 5 ml. The two of them become 10 mils. It's 5 on each end. You get to taste a decent amount of fragrance and to make a decision. This has like a lot of florals. It is heavy. It's it's a bit in your face, and it will definitely appeal to somebody who likes heavy florals. But what was the departing point for me with this one was a heavy patchouli. It's a bit too much, like how I get the patchouli in Casablanca, where I want to love Casablanca, but it just has like wafts of cheapness that I get there because of an overly done patchouli, or I don't know whether it's the patchouli mixing with the flowers the wrong way. I kind of get that with Deja Vu White Flower, and because of that, I decided to put it on my number 7. Number 6 on this. Sorry guys, if you love this fragrance, I just am okay with this fragrance. I'm not totally in love. Pistachio Gelato 33. Okay, this fragrance has a ton of notes, loads of notes, and to me it's an issue of what I expected versus what I got. I was expecting creamy. I just for some reason interpreted the yumness for creamy more so that there is ice cream in here, there is whipped cream in here, there is rum, which I think I smell now, but I'm not 100% sure. There is that greenness of the pistachio. It's okay. It's a fragrance that's okay. It might macerate to a way better fragrance. I'm not sure. But sitting on number 6, guys, is going to be Pistachio Gelato 33. Now, guys, do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Sitting at number 5 is going to be Kayali Vanilla 28. The reason why Vanilla 28 is here is this fragrance seems to be at its best as a layering fragrance, and I would have preferred to enjoy it as a fragrance on its own. I would have preferred that it projects, it screams, I love the scent profile. I love the woodiness that comes from here. I love the sugar, the way Mona does the sugar. I like that. I love the vanilla as well. But to me, on its own, it tends to be a skin scent fairly quickly. It tends to fail to do much. I don't wear fragrances for compliments, but this is certainly a fragrance that I've never, had a compliment over. So it's just a fragrance that kind of sits there. And because I have to wear it with other or pair it with other Kayalis, I just feel for that reason it has to be on my number 5, because I would have wished to enjoy this solo. So yes, sitting on number 5 is Kayali Vanilla 28. Number 4 is going to be Kayali Love First Burning a Cherry, and this is number 48. This fragrance, just smelling it like this, it's a beautiful fragrance. I cannot separate this one from Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. It smells like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. It smells a bit better than Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, but the DNA is so similar, guys. It feels as though they just, put out a dupe of Tom Ford Lost Cherry there. I was used to the creativity of Kayali, and for them to give us this one, which translates as almost an identical dupe of Lost Cherry, I feel maybe it's just a fragrance that they created to share in the popularity of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, and because in my opinion it lacks originality, I just thought I should put it at number 4. So sitting at number 4 is going to be Love First Burning Cherry 48. Number 3 is going to be this baby here. I am obviously going to put a close-up of it, and in case you're wondering where did this come from, it shares the same space with this other one. These are not oils, they're actually perfumes. This one is invite only Ember 23. It's sitting on my number 3. Guys, this fragrance is a work of art. It might not be crowd pleasing. I can see some people not getting with this DNA. Kind of reminds me of Angel Shea, but I'm going to say kind of, okay? It's not exactly an almost copy to my nose like Love First Burning Cherry, okay? This, if you love Angel Shea, you're obviously going to like this. It's warm, it's spicy, it's boozy. It has like a dark chocolate that comes through there. I get a complexity from this one, okay? And it's heavier in its booziness. I get a lot of booziness here than I do get from Angel Shea. I also get a hay-like tobacco and a savory kind of nuttiness. So this seems to be one that could have been inspired by Angel Shea, but they took their own direction. And this thing is so strong, guys. It stays in my oil case, and I keep my oils in a drawer, and when I open, this is all I smell. It's so rummy, and when you sniff it like this, it's like it just hits you, like that rum just hits you, but it's top notch in terms of craftsmanship, and I absolutely love this, and this is why it's at number 3, invite only, Ember 23. Sitting at number 2, guys, is going to be this one. I'm going to put a close-up of Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. And if this, I know this has been marketed as a limited edition, I just hope that they continue with this. I love this fragrance, okay? And it's an intense, it lives up to the intensity. This is not going to be an easy to do DNA. If you don't like oud, if you don't like patchouli, this is going to be one fragrance that shocks you. It opens up with an unmistakable rum. But the rum that's in here is different from the rum that is in Ember 23, the way it translates. So it opens up a bit alcoholic. So, if you're one of those people that don't have the patience, or if you're one of those people that are just trying, or getting into fragrances, this is going to be a complex DNA. But tell you what, give this fragrance an hour to an hour and a half. You're going to look around you wondering what's smelling so good. And it's going to be you. This is what Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli does. This fragrance is full of surprises, okay? That rum stays there, but it tones down. Now, this magical thing that starts to unveil is a dusty patchouli working with the most refined oud and a beautiful vanilla and that creme brulee. It's a beautiful combo in the dry down of a dusty patchouli, a subtle, beautiful oud, gorgeous vanilla, and that sugar. I cannot speak enough about this. I have a full bottle coming, and if I could help it, I'd buy even 2. And this is one fragrance that I'll say, I wish they wouldn't discontinue this, because this, guys, is gorgeous. I cannot fault it, okay? But I do have to say it is a complex DNA. It's not going to be crowd pleasing. It's not even going to be one of those fragrances that are good blind buys. You may want to get yourself a smaller bottle before you dive in, because it does have a complexity there. Slight touch of greenness, powderiness in the dry down, but beautiful notes mixing together. Well blended, well-rounded fragrance. So sitting at my number 2 is going to be Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. The number 1 fragrance from my Kayali collection, and I know I do not have the elixir, I do have to say an honorable mention. This is a fragrance that's coming home, musk, Kayali musk. I smelled Kayali musk. It's one of the most beautiful musks I've ever smelled, so I can't fault that one. Pink pepper kind of reminded me of other, you know, like rose, you know, like rose mixes, that kind of thing. I think it was fruity as well, as far as I can remember. Elixir, I couldn't get my nose on that. They didn't have that. So I can almost certainly say an honorable mention is going to be Kayali musk. Okay, that musk is beautiful. Now, sitting at number 1 is going to be Vanilla Cocoa 21. Guys, this fragrance, take it from me, this fragrance is one of the best lactonic fragrances, one of the best milky, creamy, coconutty fragrances, guys. This is one fragrance that I'm going to buy a backup and a backup, because good thing about this one, unlike Vanilla Royale, is this is not being discontinued as far as I'm concerned. Okay, now the con I can say about this is this profile may be a bit too much for others, maybe a bit stuffy for others, but I absolutely love the interpretation of this. It's the coconut doing the most, and the coconut is bringing out its nuttiness, its creaminess. The vanilla is vanilling. It's refined, guys. It is gorgeous. It has white florals, and the thing I like about this one is it refuses to be stereotyped. This kind of scent profile is usually associated with, it's gonna be a beachy coconut, it's gonna be a sunscreen kind of coconut, you know, that kind of thing. This one is the kind of fragrance that can transition from beachy to summer to winter. It is everything. I have never ever smelled a coconut this beautiful. You smell this, you are going to come back to me and say, I absolutely get what you were on about. This fragrance transitions easy. You can wear the scent profile in winter and it will still do the most. You can wear this one in spring or summer, it will still do the most. Absolutely amazing how they came up with this on 21 tries. I know this now because Kayali always puts the number or, you know, of efforts they put on a fragrance. How they came up with this on 21 times, amazing. And the other thing about this is it's an intense. And if you shake, you know, by shaking this bottle, you can almost see the thickness in there. Or maybe it's just my obsession. I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know. But sitting at number 1 is going to be Vanilla Cocoa 21. So yeah, guys, there you have it. I was here with my Kayalis. I've got 8 in my collection and I was rating them from least favorite to the favorite. I'm obviously going to use all these. These are not up for declutter or anything, but I wanted you to, you know, follow through and, you know, get my take on which ones actually do it for me and which ones I feel are gorgeous. I do appreciate the work, you know, that Kayali is putting in. This is not intended to, you know, kind of disrespect or anything, but this were just based on, you know, when I purchased my fragrances, what I thought of them, the ones that I'd go after, the ones that get backups and whatever. But obviously all the fragrances are mine and I'm going to use them. I do hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section if you've got Kayalis and which ones are your favorites. Let me know if I have managed to kind of influence you to buy 1 or 2 from this. I'd appreciate that. I just, you know, want to know that. Turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video. It's been CeeChronicles, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.